welcome to Magic Gathering Strat. I am Dan, and this is my website, mtgostrat.com, that I run together with Willhouse and Dark. And I have just committed to play for the MOX Season 4 Championship. And this is my article about it. So I need to put in some practice, because one of my main ways to qualify is to play daily events. And right now I'm waiting for Toolz 360, because he's my sparring partner with a huge selection of decks, and I will play some games with him. He is playing Hexproof against Cloudpost first. Looks pretty much done here, right? Or there might be capsize shenanigans going on. No. Condescend for an Organal, but the Vogel looks pretty lethal next turn. And Bond Beetle is also out of range. Oh, so he needs to kill. Oh, he just paid. Okay, this looks like it's only the first duel though, so we will have to watch another game of Toolz playing. And I thought I would take the opportunity to... Okay, he won the first game. I would take the opportunity to see if I could comment on a game in which I don't know anything about what's on their hands. I've tried commenting on Power T's game before. You can find that if you search for Power T Burn in the channel. So, alright, we are back for the second game. Seagate Oracle is a pretty big obstacle for the little Hexproof guys. You can just skip ahead here if you want to see the blue-black trinket control deck matches. I'm going to get another cup of coffee. Probably the worst commenting ever. I walk away and take a cup of coffee. Okay. Why do you bring in Standard Bearer against Cloudpost? Do you just need another body? I don't get it. Is it Temporal Fissure? Or what's Standard Bearer doing in there? This is some sideboard tech I'm not aware of. So, Thermocast is countered, and that's a critical Thermocast. I thought this was a regular Izzet post deck. I wouldn't bring in Standard Bearer. Deluxe Coif was rather vague on the sideboarding, but I would have a hard time finding room for him. Let's check my document. It's not well worked through yet, so there was nothing in there. But what does the sideboard look like? Toolz, what did you sideboard? What did you bring in? What did you take out? The only thing that targets... Of course, you might want to Standard Bear the capsize But he just needs to capsize Standard Bear once, and then he can capsize everything else. I don't get it. Please explain it to me. Just looks like a very underpowered creature. And what's going on here? Are we giving up the Bogle? Or it's mutagenic growth tech? No, we are giving up the Bogle. Yeah, I guess having more than one 1/1 hexproof guy out doesn't serve any purpose. You just get electric grid. So sacrificing one to get rid of the blocker is probably correct then. Uh-oh, this looks like a long game. It might become a separate video. Say, a video of Toolz 360 playing hexproof against Cloudpost. He's playing Hexproof, so that, we thought it would be a quick game, but he's playing against Cloudpost, and Cloudpost does not allow quick games. It is, however, better than playing blue-black trinket control versus Cloudpost, because then you know you're in for a horrible, horrible long game. A grueling attrition where the guy with the most stamina will win. Drop in the abandoned growths, but it doesn't look very fun to be the hexproof deck right now. Oh, Electricer would really just wreck this now. And the chance of getting anything past the counterspell barrier is small. Doing 4 damage is nice. Will there be electricity shenanigans? Electricity feels a bit like Gamir, though Izzet Post has such bad offensive capabilities that you can recover from a devastating blow, because Izzet Post just can't kill you fast enough. It's a very, very defensive deck, much more defensive than Trinket Control, and that is one of Trinket Control's strengths over Izzet Post. Trinket Control actually has as strong a defense as Cloudpost has, and even quicker. It has a much better defense against Stompy and Infect, and even Delver, but it has a stronger offense. So that's why I think blue-black Trinket Control is a much better control deck than Izzet Cloudpost for a good control player. And the stronger offense of Trinket Control doesn't matter against Cloudpost, because Cloudpost has such a strong defense. But in matchups like this, Trinket Control is a lot better. Than Cloudpost. They only have Electricity to deal with the hexproof guys. Trinket Control has Crypt Rats and 6 Edict effects, and that is devastating for hexproof. So once again, a matchup where Trinket Control is a much better control deck than Cloudpost. And given enough practice, you will be winning a lot over Cloudpost with Trinket Control. So I would advise any strong control player to play Trinket Control. You also have the advantage of being people have less experience playing against Trinket Control than they have playing against Izzet Post, because everyone has played like, every tournament player has played like 50 matches at least against Izzet Post. So they know how to play against Izzet Post, but they don't know how to play against Trinket Control. Most of them don't. This is not a lethal amount of mana, so I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's rolling Thunder in the head for 1. What? And then playing Ulamog. Having like 50 Abundant Growths is quite good Ulamog protection. Oh, he might have misclicked Rolling Thunder, I guess. Or what? What was that? Sad that there is not mana burn anymore. Okay, this is the time, Toolz, to put Ethereal Armor or something and go to town. He probably knew that already. Rolling Thunder is pretty tricky to cast, because you are it takes some practice to cast it, as you may have seen. If you look at my Izzet Post versus Goblins video, where I play Izzet Post for the first time, you can see me doing really stupid stuff with Rolling Thunder and lose the game. It's almost, it's even worse than my miss in the Trinket versus Stompy video. That was posted yesterday. Alright. Ulamog. I like Tool's strategy here of sacrificing, of actually trading off his 1/1s, so he'll get, so he doesn't so he doesn't get 2 for 1 by Electricity. But he is just drawing the 1/1s now and not the big enchantments, and that is my problem with Hexproof. You have to draw lands, you have to draw white lands, you have to draw the Beugels, and you have to draw the big enchantments. And if one of those things are lacking, you are just out of luck. And if your name is Deluxecorf, that never happens. Okay, this is a 2-turn kill for Ulamog, so it's pretty dangerous. Ooh, okay. Cloudpost now has pretty nice position. 5, 7, 11, 12 mana, so you can hit for 10. 11 with the Rolling Thunder. That combined with the Crusher and the strong defense he has going is probably going to be enough. Why didn't that Ledgewalker attack? Weird. That could be lethal. Toolz. You didn't play the Ledgewalker now, did you? No. Oh, he has Temporal Fissure. Is that a new thing? Storm count 1. That's not very impressive, is it? I don't think Temporal Fissure really fits into Izzet Post. Okay, I expect a block here, though he got rid of 4 permanents with the Temporal Fissure, so... okay, sacrifices a land, they probably don't need more than 3 land. Slippery Beugel to the rescue. Okay, now that Ledgewalker needs to get to work with an Ethereal Armor. It'll be a 7/5, it's not enough. But why are you not attacking with the Ledgewalker? Toolz. Attack with the Ledgewalker. He will be at 11 now, and then it's probably how much would an Ancestral Mask be? 6/6. Still 2 lives to go. But I think this game is going to be won by Izzet playing Izzet post. And it's just a matter of the execution now, especially since Toolz missed those 2 attacks. Wow. Okay, if he doesn't have any... Oh, he has Rolling Thunder, of course. But if he has Rolling Thunder, why didn't he cast it? Because it wasn't lethal. And here is Condescend. And please just concede now, Toolz. Yes, he did. Thank you. Wow, Pauper is a very stale format and hard to innovate. That's because it's an eternal format with all the advantages and disadvantages comes with that. I love the fact that Pauper is an eternal format. And of course it's harder to innovate successfully in, but that's true for any eternal format. Oh, I won't get into a fist fight with them. So let's look at Toolz' last match. Last duel. It's 1-1. Toolz playing Hexproof against Izzet post. Hexproof is very dependent on a quick start here, and these few turns are very, very critical. Not having white mana here is really, really bad. It looks like this is the case. So no ethereal armor, no armadillo cloak, not good. He might even have boarded out armadillo cloak, but I don't think so. Trample is something you will need. So how would I board? Not sure. I wouldn't be too keen on the Bond Beetles. They're there to protect against edict effects. Though you're probably not wanting to go down on creatures, but I think the Bond Beetles are a very good candidate for boarding out for the Thermokarsts, and I don't think I would bring much else in. But Toolz is much better at playing this deck than I am, so it will be interesting to hear his sideboard plan. What did he sideboard? Let's look at the Deluxe Course list. Assuming he plays that, yeah, I would only bring in the Thermokarsts. And I'm not even sure about that. But they are probably correct to bring in. I would have the Gnarlis in the deck still. Bond Beetle for Electricity Protection. Is it good enough? I would have Armadillo Cloak still in the deck to trample over any Muldrifters, any recurring Muldrifters. I'd probably sideboard out all the Bond Beetles, or just like Bond Beetle and one random card somewhere. But I think I would do Bond Beetles for Thermokarst. Okay, back to the game. Izzet post is still setting up. And Toolz is not getting any enchantments online here, except the Rancor. Will that be enough? He's hitting for 7. He's getting him down to... No, 5. He's getting him down to 8. And he's safe from Electricular. He's not safe from double Electricular. And he's not safe from a blocker. So I expect a Muldrifter here. No, he has mana problems. Seagate Oracle is not good enough. He will protect Alice for a turn, but he will not get rid of the Beugel. An Ancestral Mask would be pretty devastating here, even if there's only one enchantment. And it gives up, and Toolz is the winner. That's awesome. Thank you for watching Toolz playing Hexproof versus Izzet with me as a commentator.